What's going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tech Cool Video, and I'm your host, your one and only Gyverr. Now for today's episode, we are going to take a look at Fifine's gaming headset, which is the Ampligame H6. And also disclaimer that Fifine actually sent this headset to me and asked, hey, do you want to review? Because we had a good, collaboration last time with our Ampligame A6V. Now, if you want to watch that video, link will be down in the description. It's a gaming microphone that you really need to check out. Even though Fifine sent this product to me, my review will be my own. Fifine will not be able to see this video before it was released. So let's talk now about this Ampligame H6. Now, this is a gaming headset that has an RGB, but it is looping, and as of this filming, you can't quite control it, but don't worry because it is not annoying. It's like it blends within the headset itself. Also, this headset is a USB powered one, so in case all of your TRS or input 3.5 jack behind your computer or laptop is taken, you just need a USB port and you're good to go. Now let's talk about the design. Apparently, they went pretty safe with the design because this is the most gaming design for a gaming headset, which I don't mind. Overall, I love the design. It's simplistic, it's not too loud, but it is also not too subtle, so good job. And they have their famous smiley design on the ear cups, which is very, very cute. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk about the comfortability because I want to get this out of my system first. Now, for this specific headset, they are using a band that is quite stiff, to be honest. But I think with your regular use of the headphone, it will loosen up. The reason why I'm mentioning this is if you encounter this type of headsets wherein after you wear them, your jaw started to hurt, it's because the clamp is too stiff or the band is too stiff. Now, since we are talking about the band, the head cushion is quite generic, so nothing so special. It is quite thin, but it will do the job. Now, with that, let's go with the features. Now, as I mentioned earlier that this headset has an RGB looping capability, but there's this one thing that I really love about this headset is that it has its own equalizer. Now, for the equalizer, apparently you only have three options: music, gaming, and movies. So these equalizers already have certain settings that will enhance the certain specifics of how the sound will be heard. So I will be dive into that later and do some recommendations, but for now it is a nice to have. Also, it has a detachable microphone, which they actually advertise as a condenser microphone. A condenser microphone in a gaming headset. That's new because most of the microphones that we have right now doesn't have that kind of, it's a condenser microphone. It's gonna make your sound or voice cleaner, clearer, and sounds awesome like a DJ. So most of those are like, just paper advertisement. But let me tell you right now, this is something to look forward to on this video. Okay? So other than that, it has a 7.1 surround sound. Compared to the other gaming headset that we have reviewed on this channel, some of them are hidden and some of them is not usable. So right off the bat, I am going to tell you that this is the first headset or headphone that I've used and tested and gamed with wherein the 7.1 surround sound actually works. It doesn't matter if what song you're listening, what movie you're listening, what game you're playing, it actually works. Now, with that out of the way, I'm pretty sure that you are stoked on what's next, which is how it actually performs. But before I proceed on that, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and you have punched the notification bell icon as many times as possible so you'll be notified every time that I'm going to be releasing a video. Now, I'm pretty sure that you're done and you're pretty much already excited to know how it performs. But please do take note that the test that I did is without the 7.1 surround sound. And the reason why is because 7.1 surround sound is actually subjective. Some people don't want that kind of quality, some people does. So in here, we're going to be sticking to the without the surround sound, and we're going to be using the equalizer based on the criteria, which is music, movies, and game. Now, for the first one is music, and obviously, I've set the equalizer to music. Now, please do take note that this headphone is very loud, so I set it to around 40%. So all of the ratings that you will be seeing and I'll be explaining to you guys is based on a 40% volume level, which is already loud. So you have like 60% of wiggle room in case you're the type of person who likes loud things. So keep that in mind. Now for the quality when listening to music in a music equalizer, I would rate it around 4. Now the loudness is around 4 and the bass is around 3. So pretty generic if you're going to ask me. Now in terms of movies using the movie equalizer, I'll be rating the quality around 4, the loudness for 5, and the bass as 4. For some weird reason that once I transition to the movie equalizer, the bass ramped up. What I would be recommending for you guys to use would be, even if you're listening to music or watching movies, Netflix, use the movie equalizer because it's gonna jump in terms of quality, loudness, and bass. Now, same with this one, we are going to be using the gaming equalizer setting, which is the middle one. So, I tested this using Rainbow Six Siege, of course, it's my favorite game, Valorant, and RPG, which is Valhalla, and other mobile games like Honkai Star Rail. So that's a new one. Okay, let's first go with the FPS. In terms of quality, I would rate this around 4 and the loudness is 4. You might be asking, why is the loudness 4 if we have like a wiggle room in terms of like 60%? I did mention that this is based on 40% because going beyond that is quite loud and it might hurt your ear. So for me, this is the kind of the sweet spot. But even though I find it on the low side if you're going to be using the gaming equalizer. Now for the RPG games, the quality would be 4 but the loudness will be 5. For some weird reason, the sound design for RPG games are really different than the competitive FPS games. And my recommendation is, if you're going to be playing, watching movie, listening to music, just stick with the movie equalizer. It's gonna really be a huge difference. But then again, this might be subjective, so adjust the equalizer based on your preference. But I would not recommend the music equalizer because it sounds so generic. This is the moment wherein would I be using my custom settings? You don't need to, but you can. I've tested my own Gyverr fix settings using Equalizer Apple. It did ramp up the quality a little bit, but with or without it, you're gonna be fine. For the microphone, I want you guys to hear the exceptional quality of this little microphone from Ampligame H6. Take a listen. Okay, so this is the Fifine Ampligame H6 mic test. This is the quality of the so-called condenser microphone that we have on the headphone. So mic test 1, 2, 3. We are currently playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Right? It sounds so clear. Like, this is one of those moments where after I recorded a gameplay with my voice, I was like, oh my god, it's actually good. You don't even need a dedicated microphone. But if you need one, better pair this with the Ampligame A6V. You won't be disappointed. With that being said, the 7.1 surround sound. Now, I won't be giving you any table, but I will just be explaining my experience. The reason why I'm not going to give you any table is, as I mentioned earlier, it is quite subjective. For me personally, I love using the 7.1 surround sound with the combination of the movie equalizer and the volume level of 40%. It sounds great. Every type of music, any kind of music, as soon as you turn the 7.1 surround sound, it's gonna sound great. Now, this is the segment wherein you're gonna ask, would you recommend it? Yes, I would. Aside from its one thing that I am quite irked. The stiffness of the band. As I mentioned, you really need to put a lot of R's using it for it to loosen up. But if it's like from the box, it's not that stiff. Oh boy, is this like the perfect gaming headset right now in the market. So if you want to grab one of this awesome gaming headset, link will be down in the description. Please use my link so I get a little bit of kickback so I can finance more tech videos like this one. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, press thumbs up and consider subscribing for more awesome videos like this. And once again, Fifine, thank you for sending this product to me to test out, and I really loved it. I probably will be replacing my H848 headphone once I loosen up the band and it's a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, this headphone is how are you able to do like cram all that technology in this? And if you're going to make a like next version of this one, put everything that this headphone have, make it wireless, loosen the band a little bit, and you're gonna have like, oh my god, Razer and other gaming headphones will have a run for their money. Trust me. Anyway, bye-bye.